right? So what are they? We have find all, search, sub, and split. So here, what is the question? Which function returns a list containing all matches, right? All matches. Suppose if there are multiple, if there are so if you are looking for multiple matches, suppose if you're looking for this keyword, so how many times that this keyword is repeated, that many times the find all function, right? Find all function will return that particular string. So find all function is used for finding multiple occurrences of the given data. So, okay. Then the second one, what does the re dot search do? So it matches a pattern at the start of the string, right? So it doesn't look for all the repeated elements. It only searches the keyword at the start of the string. It starts from the beginning, correct? Then what matches the start of the string and what matches the end of the string? We saw this in the last class. So correct answer is this cap symbol matches the start of the string, and if you put dollar, that will match the end of the string, correct? Which character stand for 0 or more occurrences? So star, right? So there are three symbols I told you, very important: plus, star, and question mark. So star matches 0 or more occurrences. What about plus? 1 or more occurrences. Question mark, 0 or 1 occurrences. 0 or 1 occurrences. So what is this one? In last class, I told actually wrongly. So if you want to match anything between 3 to 5, I told you that obviously you have to use flower bracket. So this is a 1 to 5 actually. So what is the answer? Correct answer is this is actually it matches anything between 1 to 5. I given the question wrongly. I just changed the integer to no alphabets to integer actually. I forgot to update here. So it matches anything between 1 and 5. Correct? Any number between 1 and 5, not alphabet. Then what does this expression a and in the bracket 5 does, right? So it will match exactly 5. So we are not given the range, means it matches if there are exactly 5 A's, then it will match exactly with that 5 characters. If there is anything 1 less than 5 also, it won't match. This is the bracket symbol, flower bracket. Can anyone tell me why we are having the answer as error? What is the correct answer for this? Correct answer is empty list. Why empty list? This is the syntax of find all function. So find all function, there is a pattern and string and how many occurrences. This one indicates how many occurrences. So if you carefully observe here, there is a space, correct? So maybe you wouldn't have observed the space here. So even a space also matters when you are finding a pattern in the given text. So you have to carefully observe, though it looks same, there is a space here, a small space. Okay. So the answer is empty string. And this is a sub function, right? So which one is a, see, in this kind of syntaxes, having clarity is very, very important. You should know which one is a text, you should know which one is a pattern, and which one is a replacing string. So sub function, what does it do? It replaces the given pattern with the replacement string in the given text, correct? So three things it really takes. So which one is a string here? This Python programming class at college. This is the string which we want to consider for the operation. And what is the replacement character? The replacement string is GRIET, and this is the pattern. So we are looking for the college pattern in this string, and if it is found, we are replacing with the replacement string. So what is the replacement string we have here? GRIET. So if the pattern is found, it will replace with the given string. So what we are doing is we are deleting this and updating with grit. So the correct answer is this one. So some people gave this one. Maybe this confusion you will have because we have to practice until and unless we have more practice. It is always confusing because a lot of characters we are using. So even sometimes I get confused between bracket and flower braces. This is optional thing, and this is the anything that comes within this range. Suppose if I mention B to B to Z, B to J, for example. So any characters that comes between B to J will be matched, but this is optional one. If I mention 3 to 5, anything that is appearing either 3 times or 5 times. So this is related to arguments. This is related to the exact match. Then so this one is little bit, you need to enter the answer here. So until and unless you know the answer, what is the format, these kind of questions are a little bit difficult to attempt. So only thing is you need to work it on, practice more problems, then it becomes easy. So what this is also one of the inbuilt function I told in the last class, re.compile. Okay, re.compile generates the pattern and stores it in A. So what is the pattern I am having? Pattern is anything between 0 to 9 if it is found. Then if it is found, then what we need to do, find all such occurrences and generate a list out of it. So find all function generates or finds all such occurrences between 0 to 9 and generates a separate list for that. So here how many occurrences of 0 and see 70 is repeating, right? So 7 and 0 that is been created as a separate list. So this is done by the find all function. And for that, what is the input we are giving? A. So A dot find all. So this formats we should know, the syntax we should understand. So this was one of the trickiest question actually. So there is some in the last class I told you there is something called as group also, group and groups, correct? Group and groups. These two are generally used along with the regular expression. So what is the job of this group and groups? So which we need to understand. So what is the syntax I used here? I'm using a sentence string called as this is grit college. Then I'm trying to match with this. There is again match. This is also inbuilt function. Match, split, sub, find all, compile, right? So we need to practice more problems to understand the syntactical rules of all these functions. So list them and practice every day one problem related to this inbuilt functions in regular expression. So what we are using here is match function, re.match, and this is our regular expression. So all of you might have observed every regular expression if you're using inside this, for example, not here, I will show you some more examples. But if you see, there is a small r here. So this is generally used with some regular expressions or compile function. So whenever you are trying to match the regular expression, you need to mention R manually. Then this whatever you want to match. For example, here in the last class, I told you what is this brackets indicate? Normal brackets. I updated one link, right? So what is that called as? These brackets are called as what? Capture and group, correct? So we saw in the last column of the table, we had the symbol capture and group. So basically here we are capturing all such words, right? Dot means what? Can anyone tell me what does dot indicates? Dot, dot plus star and question mark. These are generally used along with the patterns. And to match with the beginning and end, we have cap symbol and dollar symbol, correct? These are some of the frequently used characters which you should note down. Dot plus star, question mark, cap, and dollar. Yeah. So what is dot? Except new line character, correct? So anything that matches except new line character, that will be nothing but dot. So what is star here? Here we used a combination of star and column. Say question mark. Generally, we said we should use them based on the requirement, right? Here we are using both the star and question mark. So what does it signify? Star and question mark, right? Except question mark, dot, star, and question mark. So what does this? Yeah, question mark should occur 0 or more times. Okay. So what will happen when you combine that with the star? Question mark means 0 or 1, right? Plus means 1 or more, basically. We are combining that with the star and followed by question mark. So basically, at least 0, if it is a 0 occurrence. So you can try to run this in online compiler for your understanding. So what we are getting, this is grid college. For example, if I remove this, see what is happening, you observe. When I'm adding groups inbuilt function, what it is doing? It is basically separating based on the words. If I am just using group function, so entire thing is written as it is because it is looking for everything that is available except new line character. So here we have everything except new line character. So group function will match every pattern which you have mentioned in the regular expression. Then it returns as it is. Whereas this one is making individual groups. Groups function is making individual groups, right? So this is also used to combine certain strings into one particular format based on the requirement. So here we are finding the list of words, right? Then 0 or more occurrences, right? Star and question mark. So after that, we have one more pattern. So here we are giving more occurrences. So it is 0 or 1 only, correct? What does question mark says? Question mark says 0 or 1 occurrence. So we have one occurrence here. So it will stop at that place. It won't include this is in the output, correct? But here we didn't include question mark. So it matches everything apart from new line character. So it combines them into one group, correct? These are small differences which you should observe. Question mark means 0 or 1 occurrence, not 0 or more. So 0 or 1 occurrence, we have one occurrence. So it is combining this into separate value as a list tuple. And here this entire thing is created as another value. So you can do trial and error, observe what is happening. Now tell me why this output is only this 0 or 1 occurrence. Yes. So why output is only this and after that empty list, empty value in the tuple. And also please notice what is the output format. Sometimes you are getting in the format of list, sometimes you're getting in the format of brackets. So you should know what is the return type of this inbuilt functions. So it is basically match is returning a tuple of values, right? For 0 or 1 occurrence. So here both I am telling that capture everything except new line character 0 or 1 occurrence, right? So for both I am telling 0 or 1 occurrence. So already here we have a 0 or 1 occurrence, right? And this rest everything is ignored. There is nothing left. Then again we are trying to find out 0 or 1 occurrence of the words. So obviously it will print empty data. Okay. So again, this one also give you same output. So this won't work. See. So what is allowed, what is not allowed? You should understand. You can't combine two stars. You can't combine two question marks, something like this. This again. So it doesn't have any meaning. So if you add any number of question mark also, it doesn't affect it on it. Now you see. So how to frame this regular expression is an important skill. Now I removed two question marks and I made it only one question mark. So now why it is giving me only I in the second one? Here you can observe it is giving me I as the output. Can anyone tell me why only I? What is this particular regular expression is doing? Previously we had combined with star, right? Now it is just dot and question mark. So it is giving me only I as the output. One character. Why one character? Because what is the rule for the question mark? Either 0 or 1 character. Correct? Either 0 or 1 character. Star means it will try to find it all the characters. So it is returning only the first character after this keyword. So this kind of examples will help you to understand the concepts in a better way. And again, I told you, see this person, I don't know who is that, but he has given the correct answer, he or she. They have given the correct answer, but he has added a bracket here, extra bracket. So these things are very tricky to understand in Python. So we should know what is the return type of the functions. So actually, what does it return? You just know, saw, right? If I use just group keyword, what does it return? So it returns just normal string, right? Normal string it is returning. Correct? Dot star. Is there any bracket here? So what does this signify? The group function will return the matched character as a string, correct? Which one? Yeah, obviously. So basically, what I was talking, the group function will return entire matched pattern as a string. This is a string, right? Whereas group will create a list of tuple of values, not list, right? This will create a tuple of values. This will create a tuple of values. Correct or not? What is the return type you should know. For every function, always concentrate on. From now on, whatever function you are understanding, write down and write the return type of the function. Return type of functions. These are the little bit confusing ones which you need to understand. Okay. So like this, the questions will be there. So only if the reason is for every topic, you should always try to find this kind of questions and learn so that the concept will be cleared in a better way. Still, many people have to on this kind of questions. So average is around 5.5. So it's not one day work. You should do every day one function. You should explore and learn. Things will be easier. So now I have some coding questions. So we can have an interactive session. Let me see who gives the answers quickly. See the question and predict the answer. Okay. So for each question, you can take around 30, 40 seconds, not more than that. Because generally in quiz rounds, maximum you have 1 minute for each question. 50 question means you have to solve in 50 minutes. It will be like that. Okay. So now read the question and try to predict the answer or you can interact with the by unmuting yourself. So see the question one by one. So here we have a text and pattern, regular expression. See, obviously to work with the REGX module, you should use this RE module from the library. So we have a given text as Holi has more than 70 centuries. Then pattern I'm finding is Holi. So what will be the output of this code? 1 and true. Will it be 1 or will it be just Kohli, or is it Kohli with the bracket? Correct? True case.
Kohli with bracket.
Correct. So I just told you now, find all returns. What is the return type of the find all function? List of values. So find all function returns list of values. So this is the correct answer actually. Whatever Rishi has given is correct answer. Next. So who gave the correct answer first? Or Rishi? Fine. Next. See the question and predict the answer. It can take 2-3 minutes, 1 minute maximum, not 2-3 minutes. See, you have to guess it because in the exam you don't have compiler to type and understand. So don't do all that. If you are typing and getting the output, again, it's fine. But generally, in the coding rounds, you will have a written exam or you will have a will have only that tab visible to you. So you can't type and check the answers. So you should be very careful. So in the last week, one exam conducted by the one company where the student just switched the tab by mistake. They just switched the tab by mistake, and unfortunately, they removed them, though they are good students. So they had removed them from the placement only. I mean, for that company. So sometimes we have to be very careful when it comes to exams. Learning wise, okay. So if you are doing now, you are tend to do in the those kind of exams also. So always better to begin proper learning from now itself, so that that time you won't panic and do all those things. Correct. Switching of tab is also not allowed. Even faculty were not allowed inside. Okay, GRIT college PYT. GRIT Sushma told GRIT. Okay, now who gave the correct answer? 66B2. Can you explain me why it is GRIT only? If B2 can't answer, Sushma will answer.
Finding it first letter, no sir, like starting.
That's fine, ma. You need to explain what is the meaning of this. Answer is correct only, but whether you're understanding the code is important. So what does two dots signify?
Like any character can be in place of those dots. So the match is found where GRIET is there in that text. So
Yeah.
it can be GRIET.
So just now we saw, right? Dot means what? Any character except new line, correct? Any character except new line. So the answer is correct. Now let me add you can now predict the answer.
It does not return.
What does it return?
Null, sir.
Null? Okay.
Yes.
Any character except null, I mean slash n. It should be that condition. So
Right. So let me add the slash n somewhere here. We already added here, right? Now why it is not matching?
Sir, because there are no characters between R and T.
So what does that dot indicates is at least you require 2 characters. It can be anything. Am I correct?
Yes.
So here we have a pattern as GRT, but we want exact pattern as GR should be there. After GR, anything, and at the end T should be there, correct? So this is the kind of questions you need to modify and understand. Okay. So dot indicates any character except new line. Fine. Next. Somebody is cheated. 593 is cheated. I didn't start the question. So your answer is invalid. So all of you check this question now and see what is happening. See, I've taken very simple questions so that you get interest in the regular expressions. I don't want to complicate too many complicated questions. My intention is to everyone should understand these topics easily and get the interest. So always start from the easiest questions, get the interest, keep solving, then that will give you motivation to perform better. So I'm just utilizing all the characters that we are telling about, plus, star, dot, correct, question mark. Then this, what is the importance behind those topics, you will understand. Satvika, Rishi, right? So many people give the answer. But every person has their own answer actually. So let me execute. Okay. So just now I told, and still you people forget. This is the output. Now you need to analyze why this is the output. What is the return type of find all I told you? List of values, correct or not?
Yes.
So this is the given string. This is the given string. We are looking for R. See, this is a syntax when you are writing pattern manually. So always make sure that R is preceded with whatever the expression you are writing. And the expression should be within the single quotes. So what we are looking for is, we are looking for anything starting with C followed by any number of characters, correct or not? So what does the compiler is doing is, it is first comparing A. So obviously it is not matching with the given pattern. So it returns null, correct? Because star indicates what? 0 or more occurrence. So 0 means it will return null. Again, B will return null. This B will return null. But we have triple C. So it is fetched as a correct pattern and printed. Then we have again D, D, D. So all these things are unmatched. So for whatever the strings that are unmatched for the given pattern, it is returning an empty list of value, correct? So you can check with the different conditions. Correct, now it is working. Why? Because, or you can check with any string or character sentence. This is college. Yeah, sir, for unmatched, does it return single output each time? Yeah, that's the problem. So to avoid that, we have again like group function. We can give the extra conditions. So that is a little bit advanced. So I don't want to confuse people with that. So you can explore how to avoid that one. Basically, the problem with find all is, it is written, if it is unmatched, it returns single output, that is empty output each time. So to group that multiple output, we have group function. I told you, you can capture and group it. Okay. So you have to go slowly one by one. So here what is matching? C is matching. Remaining all characters are not matching. So obviously it gives error. Suppose if I make it as, does it give me the output? So what it is returning? It is returning the matched character. Suppose I'll write, this is college, this is GRIET college. So your question, I hope you understood. So for every matched character, it is returning a list of value. So college is repeating twice here. So it is repeating, it is creating a list of 2 values with the same name. Got it? Suppose if you don't want that, what you can give? Does it work? So at least one we are telling, na? 0 or 1. Yeah, this one, why this one will not work? Even though I've given question mark here. 1 minute, I'll answer. So here, even though I given question mark, why it is giving me the 2 list of values? So this one answers this particular question, because find all the meaning, the name of the function itself says, right? So it tries to find all the occurrences of the given string. So what is your question? After C in college, we have only 6, but null characters are 7. Where, ma? Are you talking about this? You can count this one. I think you are talking about this, right? Yeah. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This base 8. Then C is matched. O is unmatched. LL unmatched. E. So after C, how many should come? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. End of the string. For end of the string, it is giving 7. It is because of the end of the string. Okay. So now try the next question. Please try to be interactive. Okay. We have 2 answers. Any other answer? Okay. So Rishi almost gave the correct answer, just one extra comma. So what is plus indicating? Preceding
Sir,
character.
any number of B's between A and C.
Yes. So before plus, whatever the character it is appearing, at least 1 or more, right? So what is the pattern we are looking for? Does it apply to only B or along with AB? Like
AB.
AB. This 0, 1 or more occurrence, is it only for B or along with A? Along with AB, right? So what we are looking for, any string that is starting with AB 1 or more times. So it is finding all such occurrences, then followed by C. So how many such instances are there in the given string? So we have here AB, BC, correct? Then this one is matching. What about if I give this one won't match because As I told you, this plus condition applies for both the characters, but here I am given only A. So this won't apply for this particular text. Rohit, I don't know why you give this extra space, because see, those that is different and this is different. Here, why extra space we are having here is because we are applying the condition as star, right? Star indicates try to find all such occurrences. So it compares every character actually in this case. So that's why it is giving extra space. Here we are looking for an exact pattern. Exact pattern is the first thing it has to come start with the AB plus. AB it has to start with. So if it doesn't follow that condition, it ignores the remaining character. So this regular expressions are a little bit we need to work on to understand clearly. Next one. Yeah, this is little bit, I'm just improving the same question in a different way. So try to do what is this one. Okay, let me see the answers. We have few answers. Seven zero seven seven with single quote 70. Some people gave 7 and 0. Okay, so let us understand this. So who gave the correct answer? Satvika Reddy. Rohit and Satvika. Okay. So basically, if you don't do this, you know, this is a list comparison technique, right? So most of you are using this while solving the code. So without this particular line, the output will be exactly like this. That is true. Most of you have given this answer. What is this one doing is, as I told you, find all returns the list of values, which is in a string based, correct? So I don't want 7 and 0 to be treated as a string. I want to convert them into integer. So for that, what we are doing, we are just applying the list compression technique for every character or every data in the list, converting into integer. So, and what does the slash d indicates? Backslash d. Backslash d indicates anything which is an integer, correct? So any character that is an integer, it will match with that. So we are finding all such occurrences in the given string, and it creates a separate list out of it. Next, does it give the same output? Now you know this technique. See, there are different ways to mention the regular expression. Here we are using the R syntax, correct? Then the followed by the pattern. And here what we are doing, we don't require this R whenever we are using this compile sometimes. So here we are using the sets, so special sequences. So what does it do? Does it give the same output or not?
That it gives the same output.
Same output? No. Where did we convert that into string? This was give a returning string, right? So we converted into integer. Here we didn't convert. So it's same thing. This is the one method. Here we are mentioning in terms of set, correct? Both of them are same only. But here we didn't convert those characters into integer. So that's why quotes within the quotes you are getting the output. Next. Yeah, this one, try it. Don't execute it, but understand it. So in one of the question in the practice problem, I told you to explore find iter function. I don't know how many of you explored. The same concept I applied here. What is the meaning of find iter? You should know. Then this question will be easy to understand. So you also give attention to this group function. So previously I explained what is the difference between group and groups, correct? Both group and groups. Seventy. Some people have told 70. Satvika changed her answer. I don't know why. Rishi said yes. Yes, for what, man? Okay. So what is the output we are getting in this case? I want to extract the digit as it is, whatever it is there in the string as it is. So here we are separating them into list. Here, any string that is appearing in the list, I want to extract that as it is. So 70 has to should be extracted as it is. So we are using the iteration function, find iter. So find iter. So a lot of content you will get. The only thing is you should understand whatever you are learning. So what does it do? So it returns an iterator yielding match object instance over all non-overlapping matches. So when you read this kind of definitions, it's not easy to follow up. So always learn through the examples. For example, you see in this case what they are searching for. They are searching for ovals in the given string, correct? So iteration is basically each matched pattern in that particular regular expression. It is converting into a separate value, iterable value. Iterable means you can do for loop and print the data. So in the pattern, whatever the pattern we mentioned, if those characters are there in the string, it is finding that particular iterable values and storing in matches. So the same concept I have applied here, correct? I want to find out all such instances. See, this will give me separate values, correct? For example, it will give me 7 and 0 because 7 is integer, 0 is also integer. Now I don't want to again print them like separately. I want to combine them into a single value. Then what concept we are applying here? Group function. So we are grouping all the values in the list if there is a integer values, and we are converting into one particular single value. So this is these kind of questions through which you need to apply your own technique, or if you're able to understand, so you can have a clarity on how to and what exactly I want to do. So this is same thing, but I just want to ask you whether this also gives you the same output. Here we are using find iter function, but in this code I am using search function, correct? So does it give me the same output? This code. Yes. So everyone are saying yes. Let me execute and check. It is not same. See, that's what I want you guys to understand. So Python is very sensitive language. You need to give very small attention in the things that you are doing, right? Because there will be minute differences in whatever the output you're getting. Sometimes we feel that it is same, but there is a small 0.1% difference will be there. So this one is generated. See, we are converting from the matches as a list, right? So we are just combining the list values as a single value. But here we are not generating any list, correct? We are searching for that particular numbers. Anything between 0 to 9, we are searching. Then once that is found, right? If there is a match, each value we are taking from that match, correct, from the list. Then we are grouping that. But here we are creating already a separate list only because we are using list compression technique. But here we are not using list. We are just grouping them without generating a list, correct? Same output. Harshita, I hope you understood. Next one. Okay. Okay. Only Sharon. How do you spell this? Sharon. Only Sharon give the answer. Okay. So I'll just consider this. This. Okay. Fine. So B2 roll number. So how did you find this one? See, generally find all tries to find the data up to new line, correct? If there is a new line, it will stop searching. If there is a pattern in a string, if there is a new line, it will stop searching, right? That is generally /n indicates. But I don't want to stop whenever I encounter new line. I want to still keep searching for the given pattern in the string. So what is my given pattern? This, why this cap symbol, what does it tells you? Cap symbol means exactly it has to match with from the beginning of the string, correct? So generally, if there is no, what is the extra thing that is appearing in the find all function? This line, re dot multiline. This is also inbuilt module function in the module re. So whenever you want to search for a pattern in the text, which is a multi-line text, correct? Or if the text contains new line, you can use this condition. So re dot multi-line, re dot ignore case. So in the first example we saw, right, police. So there we are ignoring the case. How many of you observed? I don't know. Here, what is this? Re dot ignore case. Because I am trying to search for the pattern poly, but we have capital K here. So I am ignoring the case. If you don't mention this, again, this will be a false output. So in such cases, these inbuilt functions will be useful. Ignore case and multi-line case. Where is space? This is there in every list, right? If you saw, find all function returns with the, there is a inbuilt space it will give between each value. So it is an inbuilt thing. It is not user generated. So it is finding for the occurrences, all such occurrences, even if suppose now it is not working. Tell me why.
Sir, because this is a single sentence.
Single sentence and we are not having any extra sentence, correct? So there is no multi-line here. So it works only if there is a multi-line string. Next one. There are a list of parameters, meta characters I told you in the last class. Meta characters, correct? A lot of meta characters. We have /b, /d, /capital B, right? Then /s. So we are using one of the meta characters /b in this example. So what does the output it will give you? word. Okay. So can you explain me whatever your roll number is? So what is the meaning of /b in the beginning, /b in the end, and whatever you're doing in the between? What does it mean? /b in the beginning and /b in the end. You should know the answer. Start with word and the end with word. Okay. So let me remove. Now your answer. What is your answer? Start with word and end with word, right? But here it is not ending with word. Still I'm getting the output. Starting and ending should match. So what do you mean by starting and ending? Only beginning and end of the word we consider. Sharon, what do you mean? It is for only word. What is this answer? Only beginning and end of the word we consider. It is for only word, correct. So let me remove the D here. Correct. Now it is not working. So it is not about either start or end. It like you people said, few of you said, it has to match exactly with the starting and ending sequence has to match. Right here, only starting is matching, but end is not matching. What if I remove this /b? Does it give me the output? Or if I say I'll add here. Okay, I had removed the word here. Now I'll remove W. Correct. So in this case, again, what is matching, but it has to start with W.
Yes.
Suppose if I add word here, does it work? So it won't work because what I'm telling is it has to match exactly with the given word. In the end or in the beginning, you can mention that. Yeah. Quickly go through a few questions. Does it return 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, or all of them? Okay. Few are telling 1, 2, 3, few are telling 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let me verify that. Fine. So we are exactly matching with the given text. We are looking for the 0 and 9 in the given text. Anytime that pattern is found between 0 and 9, any character, it will return that as a separate list of value. Got it? So if you want to combine again, you can use this particular example which I told you, right? You can use find iter function or search function. Next. This is a little bit confusing, right? So our pattern also has a dot c, our text also has a dot c, right? So these kind of things you need to work on. Okay, a lot of answers. A dot C, ACC, ABC. Okay. Good guys, keep trying. A lot of people are answering actually. So Vivek answer, Satvika, Rishi, Vaibhav is almost there. Ankita is all. Ankita has missed one value. Rohit wants only A dot C. Okay. Sushma don't want bracket, I think. Okay, now that you given the answer, Ankit is updated his answer, clever guy. Who gave the answer correctly first? Rishi. So Rishi will explain how we got this. Come on, Rishi. Hello.
A dot function works only for new line characters.
Dot.
Dot only works for new line characters. So it consider
Okay.
dot value also. It is as a character,
Okay.
and we have a. It should have between A and C only one character. So it took three ABC and A dot C and ACC.
Correct. Thank you, Rishi. So I hope you understood what your friend has told. So as you know, dot goes up to anything except new line character. So here we want the pattern exactly like A and C, starting with A and ending with C. In between, you can have anything. So which are the strings that will match with this pattern? So ABC, obviously, we can have this one as a correct pattern because it is allowed. This it will return that. And A dot C itself is one such pattern. So dot is allowed in between dot, in place of dot. So that is also a correct string. And ACC also is allowed because starting with and starting with A, ending with C. But these two are not allowed because starting with A, ending with D. Here starting with A and ending with V. So here just to confuse you, dot is given here. So it doesn't mean that this is a separate pattern. Okay. Next. So give attention to the symbol what you are using. Previously we had dot, now we have question mark. I'm just playing there only with the different symbols. Okay, so many answers. ABC. Okay. So the very first correct answer is given by Dheeraj. Most of you have given the answer, but there is a small mistake. Lokesh Reddy has given the correct answer. Ankit has gone with one mistake here. Oman Shur. Okay. So a lot of you have given the answer. Satvika in the end. So now you have to understand. Lokesh, Dheeraj, can you explain? Because that is your answer. The first guy.
Sir, because question mark stands for 0 or 1 occurrence. So in AC there is 0 occurrence and in B 1 occurrence. Sir.
Yeah, repeat, sorry.
Sir, because question mark stands for 0 or 1 occurrence, sir. So that either there is no B or there is at least one B, at most one B.
Okay. So either there is no B or at most one B. Very good. Thank you, Dheeraj. So as we saw, question mark means 0 or 1 occurrence, not more than one. So which are the possible characters we can find in this given text? So AC we can have, correct? Because AC doesn't have B, but it is allowed. Either it can have 0 or 1. And after A, we have followed ending with C. Then ABC is also allowed because 0 or 1 occurrence. But this is not allowed because there are more than 2 occurrences. Very good. Last one. Okay. Let me check. Satvik. Only Satvik gave. Balaji, ABC, BBC. Okay. Roll number B2 is telling empty list. Sharon is telling only BBC. Harshita is telling ABC, BBC. Okay. Good guys. Shakir Ahmad without quotes. Some people are telling with quotes, without quotes. Okay. So the answer is obviously, see, when you are looking for, if you observe all the previous 3 questions, none of them are without quotes because the find all itself, I told you, it returns the list of values which are string values. So until and unless you are converting them into any other format, so you are not allowed to remove that single quotes. So generally, you understand that 99% of the time, there will be single quotes. Okay. Until and unless you are converting them into integer or float or any other format. So who gave the correct answer? ABC. Again, Dheeraj, not Dheeraj, Rishi, Lokesh Reddy. Lokesh Reddy. How it is correct answer?
So plus means 0 or 1, one or more occurrences.
Plus means
In
one or
between one or more occurrences.
one or more occurrence. Okay.
In between A and C, we have B or 2 Bs or 3 Bs and so on. That's why ABC and ABBC answer, sir.
Okay. So same question, same difference. Thank you, Lokesh. So here question mark, here plus. So question mark means 0 or 1, plus means 1 or more, correct? At least 1 should be there. So obviously this won't be valid. This also won't be valid, correct? This is valid one because at least 1 occurrence is there. And this is also valid because no matter how many times you reappear, that B will come. Still is a valid question. So you can see, no matter how many number of times it appears, it's still valid. But here in this case, it is not valid. What about star? If I put star, guys, so there is no meaning here, right? Let me put AC. Yeah. So now I change this to A star C. So why only this many? See what the star is doing. Star is very confusing compared to question mark and plus, correct? Is it looking for the pattern or is it looking for this just that particular character? How do you differentiate the star with these two? Analyze the answer. How it is different? Is it looking for anything between A and B? A and C, sorry. So it is basically anything that start with A, how many times? 0 or more occurrences, right? If it is 0 or more also, it will work. For example, if I write something like this. Now, why grit is not displayed? Now I'll add, right? I added a grid. Still, it won't work. Why? Because
Because there is no C after A.
yeah. So after A, definitely it should end with C. So according to, if I put C here, will it work?
No.
No. No or yes? Did it work or not? See, it written C only. So it is looking for 0 or more occurrences, right? More occurrences, because if not starting with C is matching, right? Basically, find all is doing what? If it is not there, at least it is matching with this one. So if the entire pattern is as it is, if it is available, it will return that. If one of them is available, it will return that part. So that's why here also, for all these cases, it is returning only that character. Okay. Because there should be AC and grid doesn't match with that. Yeah.
Why A?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, please tell me. Why ABV? Is that what you're looking for? Why AC had come? Why AC had come? Answer is there in your pattern only, correct? End with C, right? Or you can take, if this text is confusing you. Or you can just mention, see what I written, this is grid A. So obviously this is a pattern. See, R indicates what? This entire thing has to match. There is no option here. Okay. So any number of A's should be there, and finally end with C. At any cost, it should end with C.
What's your pain?
Yeah. Suppose if I mention star CD, so it is looking for a that is matching pattern, correct? Or if you want, you can write. So now it's finding the interesting. Okay. So when you mention anything in the R regular expression bracket in the single quotes, and you mention some pattern, exactly it has to match you with that. That is the meaning actually. So hope you understood. Pavantesh, I hope you understood. So do you want to solve more problems? Do you want me to add more problems in model related to regular expression, guys? Do you want me to add a little bit complicated problems, or you want me to add this similar kind of questions? Yes. Okay. So you need to give me some suggestions to how many problems, similar plus complicated. Okay. Sharon wants a little bit complicated, both kind. Yeah. But I hope this kind of questions gave you some kind of interest to solve, right? Yeah. So I will add little bit like easy, medium, high level. Already we solved some questions, right? Those are all easy questions. But I will add little bit, at least some 5 to 6 questions I will add in the regular expression. So you can solve them in the coming Monday session. High level, Aditya want high level. Aditya, high level means you should, it is not feasible for everyone, right? So our intention is to make everyone learn. So they should not feel, okay, this is difficult. So if you want to, you can, yeah. Okay. Anyway, you will be coming to training. We will make you solve high level problems. Don't worry. Now you are in first year. We will make everyone get interested in Python and make them able to solve at least these kind of problems. Because see, a lot of what is the common observation all of you had it today. The mistakes that were common is either you are missing a bracket or single quotes or comma, right? These things I want to make them familiar with, because once you understand the syntax, you know how to apply. If the syntax is only not clear, we can't able to solve the high level problems, because a lot of errors will come. The main problem in this programming is how to identify the errors. So if you're not able to solve the errors, you won't get the interest. That is the basic funda of the engineering, especially coding. So everyone should able to understand the syntaxes. That is my intention. What the return type, what is the meaning, what are the number of parameters need to be passed. All these things in the first year level, everyone should get the clarity. Then obviously in the coming days, we'll be updating better content, better questions, right? Complicated questions, that and all we will take care, don't worry. This only people are not solving. Aditya wants high level questions. Okay. God, it's logged out. How many of you solved? I'm just observing. Very few have solved. Only 19 people have solved. See, Aditya, this is the problem with the students. Okay. Anyway, we were monitoring them. Don't worry. We will see regular students. Priority in any things will be given to them first, especially those who are interacting. So we don't tell them, we will do it and make them understand. So we don't want to force anybody to practice, attend the class, or so once they get to know what is their position in the placement activities, they will understand where they went wrong. So, but who are doing regularly, we are happy with that. We are having certainly 300, 400 students who are practicing all the questions, right? Sometimes missing the sessions, but they are practicing the questions. So that we are happy about. So no problem. Whoever is doing willing to learn, they will learn. So I just want to come tell you guys that regular expression, it is a very huge topic. Okay, so if I keep on teaching these problems, it will never end, because a lot of techniques are there. So my suggestion is, please solve these kind of problems. Like you can search some interview questions, MCQs in regular expression questions, and at least two problems you understand and solve. Okay, so don't leave it here only. Still a lot of techniques are there which you need to explore. Anyway, when you come to training, we'll be making you practice, but at least if you are interested, you can go through the little bit advanced questions in the regular expressions. So this is the introduction to regular expression, I can say. It is not advanced concepts, but introductory level. But since few people are asking for both the kind of questions, I will make sure I'll update in the Moodle. You can execute in the Moodle, not an issue. But continuing with the Python OOPS concept. So I wanted to start this when there is a good crowd in the session, but last two sessions we are having very less crowd. Anyway, I will teach once again this from the beginning. Actually, many people were asking me, sir, please start the OOPS concept from the basics once again. So for such people, we will do it again, one last time. So after OOPS, there are only few topics pending. So hardly another 3 or 4 or maximum 5 classes we need to cover all the core concepts of Python. So that after that you can concentrate on your mates and lab exams, so anything related to academics. So just be prepared for mentally for about next 4 to 5 sessions. Okay, then we can able to complete the core Python properly with your feedback and support. Got it? So you can have your weekend, practice these questions. I will add more questions, practice them on Monday in the lab. So if the mentors are not there, don't worry. We are going to get the new mentors soon. So until the mentors are there, you practice. Few mentors already went and joined the companies. So we may not have mentors in the coming few days. So till the time you get the mentors, you just discuss among yourself and make sure everyone are typing and executing. Fine. So I will see you guys in the next session. And next section, oops, I will start again from the core level. Just quickly, I'll brush up whatever topics I discussed in the oops. Then most importantly, I will be talking about inheritance, polymorphism, right? All those things with some sample codes like this. I hope this kind of coding questions will be a little bit interactive. So I'll make sure that for every session, I will add these kind of questions so that you can learn practically. Okay, see you in the next session, guys. Thank you.